today. From Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, it's Week 10 of the NFL on EA Sports. As we'll see Cam Newton and the New England Patriots taking on Baker Mayfield and the Cleveland Browns.
From the area known as Patriot Place, EA Sports set for football at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. All the success in New England over the last few decades, and this crowd has never been more enthusiastic. A moment ago, the Pats emerged from their locker room. They are set as they'll square off with the Cleveland Browns. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Patriots team entering play. They've been cooking these last couple months. Winners of 7 of their last 8 games.
And if you extrapolate that out to a full season, they'd be 14-2. And anyone in the NFL today would sign up for that.
Ryan Switzer on the return. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Browns set to go on offense for the first time, led by Baker Mayfield in his 4th season now from Oklahoma.
And he's had such a sensational season to this point, leading the NFL in passing yards. He's been helped out a lot by an outstanding set of receivers, and he's quick to give them credit. But I think even they would tell you that he's the guy that makes this offense go.
First and 10, Mayfield. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Mayfield. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A big play that time through the air. 31 yards.
We expected this defense to be tested by this passing game coming into this one, and there's an example on this first possession of the game.
Mayfield off the play fake. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. 2nd and 10. Going to the air again with Mayfield. They'll go screen here to Hunt. A beautiful fake. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially as pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
7 yards the pickup there. To throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Mayfield now. The quick slant caught. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd goal. And how about this first drive? They're being aggressive, slinging it around.
Really confident, too, because they're not trying to fool them with running plays, throwing it, and they're being very successful right now.
Mayfield keeps it himself, and he takes this one in for a Brown score. The sneak successful from a yard out, and the Browns take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Parkey with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
The Patriot offense ready to go to work for the first time, and leading them out, their quarterback in his second year with New England and 11th overall, the former MVP Cam Newton.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well. Won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
Cam going to bring the Patriots up now, 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Sony Michel, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Newton. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already.
Looking for Aguilar, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by the veteran Richard Sherman.
And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
So a nice run right there, and worth mentioning their usual starting running back out this week. The hope is it's just a short-term absence, but this is where it pays, Charles, to have a quality reserve that you can turn to when you need it.
And to me, they definitely have that because
touchdown! Odell Beckham with touchdown number 12 on the year.
And the Browns are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
They've got to be thrilled on the road right now. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, and quickly trying to make it 14-0.
Yeah, and mentioned it already. On the road, to be able to go into someone else's house and establish a start like that, obviously your confidence rises in a big way, and you're putting some doubt in their minds.
Parkey adds the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Getting set to go again here, Cam Newton marches back onto the field. And he'll look to rebound from the early interception that led to 6 points the other way.
And when he threw the interception and he had to come to the sideline, I guarantee his first thought wasn't about the interception itself, but what could result. And I know he was thinking to himself, come on, defense, bail me out. Well, they weren't able to in this situation. Now he's got to go out and atone for it himself, but he can't force things.
On second down, Michel, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now, after that last running play, we've got an offensive lineman down on the field. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. Throwing on third down, Newton. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Jadeveon Clowney in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
And the AFC's Pro Bowl punter last year, Jake Bailey, on a punt for New England.
Back deep, Ryan Switzer. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. That's pulled in at the 32. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10. A lane open opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a first after a gain of about 9. A check on the numbers for Chubb from a week ago. 15 carries, 98 yards, and a score.
Hey, he could very well be on his way to a rushing title, but guess what? His offensive line, they're meeting separately because they want that rushing title as much as he does, and they want to make sure they get him there. This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up third downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I guarantee you, it started in the offseason. Third down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
High throw, but the catch is made. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A big connection on that one. 30 yards. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past them.
Parkey with the extra point, and it's now 21-0. So the drive there took 6 plays. And Nick Chubb, the one to finish it off, as he does so with a touchdown run.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. Olszewski going to hold on to this one. Touchback. The Patriots ready to get the football back. And there, of course, was a lot of talk about this ball game coming into play. 2 division leaders in the AFC. Could this be a potential playoff preview down the line?
Yeah, and I think when you're talking about the talk about this game coming into play, you're talking about me because I blew up your phone all week prior to this one. I was so excited about this game because, to me, it's not out of the realm of possibility that these two teams see each other again down the road. I like this matchup. They match up very well against each other.
On second down now, Michel.
And he's going to have a Patriots first down as he's got this past the 35 to about the 37.
The numbers a week ago for Michel. 16 carries, 67 yards.
And, partner, I thought it was a lot of fun for us to be able to sit in on their film session with the offensive line. We saw how they blocked it up last week to pretty good success, and we see what their game plan is for this week. They expect that defensive front to be someone they can move.
Throwing again on second and 10. Newton. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Myles Garrett in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for it.
So now after the sack, Cam and the Patriots going to look up at a 3rd and long.
Looking to throw. Newton. And that is incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Switzer on the return. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. So here are the Browns to take over. They are working on that very impressive 9-game win streak, looking to get it to 10 as they've got the lead here, 1st and 10. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Browns. Odell Beckham with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Browns add on to their lead.
If you did know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now, you can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
Parkey adds the extra point, and that makes the score 28-0. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt.
So this not what we expected. 28-0 here in the first as another kickoff is away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. So the Patriots coming out now. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Here's Newton rolling to his left. Strong running at the 30. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32.
Well, this defense for the Browns, they were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks. And plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield when all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
The Patriots send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. Here's Switzer. Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. The Browns drive about to get started. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And that pass puts him up over 200 yards already here in the first.
And what it also does is it allows the offensive coordinator to be not selective anymore.
A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones.
And the Pats are going to have it here just past the 25.
He's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. They'll check this one down to Michelle. No gain on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 10. From the gun, they run with Michelle. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. New England on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, here's Newton. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
A very good return that time. 18 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Baker Mayfield leads the offense out for their next possession. And he's looked pretty good. Does have the 1 interception, but 2 touchdown passes so far. Your analysis.
They'll take the offset. When you talk about throwing 2 touchdown passes, no one wants to see an interception thrown, but those things happen in the course of a ball game and over the course of a season. But throwing 2 touchdown passes, that's why the team has an advantage. That's what they're looking for more of.
He'll be hoping to make it a 3-to-1 ratio here in the second quarter. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Now that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
And finding the tight end Hooper. So the completion results there in 9 yards, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. To throw, Mayfield.
And that nearly intercepted. Boy, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's 4th down. And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away.
That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Patriots take over. Offense marching back onto the field, and our focus shifts here to Sony Michel. They haven't been able to get him on track. They haven't been able to get this offense on track. No points so far.
Maybe it's time to start doing a few different things. Throwing the ball a little bit, maybe featuring other people touching it for a while, and then you get a chance to come back to it when things have changed a little bit. They have to make an adjustment.
Well, still time for him here as we sit in the 2nd quarter. On 1st and 10, Newton. Open man is Kendrick Bourne. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches. I would say it'd probably be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself to his receivers at the half because they're definitely on different wavelengths. But I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series before you get out there. Hey, let's get together, guys. Let's get this thing moving.
And he will have a Patriots 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Off the draw, here's Michel. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. New England on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 5. Newton now to throw. That's out to his running back, Michel.
And he will have a Patriots 1st down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Play action. It's Newton. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Jadeveon Clowney racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Newton toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
You definitely would have liked to have hit on that one because now you've got a 3rd and long showing up, and you just know defense is going to be getting after it. They are pinning their ears back, and they are coming.
Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Was a kicker from that distance, 56, 57 yards. So many things you got to worry about, but I am a little surprised he didn't get it there.
Yeah, with the way kickers are nowadays, we're surprised anything under 65 that it doesn't get at least to the crossbar. But remember this, you have to drive it a little bit lower in order to make that distance, and you also have to be worried about the interior rush that they can get their hands on it. So that's why those stronger kickers nowadays who can pop it up in the air and still travel and carry it, that's what you're looking for.
Mayfield's throw caught by Higgins.
And he's taken down inside the 30. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Mayfield gives this one to Hunt. Able to power through. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Now an option play on second down, and he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line.
Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
Chubb. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Nick Chubb, his 25th touchdown, tying him at Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Browns are able to add on to their first half lead. But just power football there, down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Parkey with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. A drive that time of 6 plays. And Nick Chubb the one to finish it off as he does so with a touchdown run. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Cam's throw into the hands of Henry here. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Throwing again on second down. Newton.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Newton on first down. Over the middle, he's got Myers. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A give, this is Michelle. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play, it'll be 2nd down. Back to throw, Newton. They'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Now Newton. Goes right back to Smith again. And he will have a Patriots first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Throwing again is Newton. To Michelle on the screen. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. To throw is Newton. Open man is Bourne. And they stop him short of the 1st as he can only get to the 20. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Bullock's kick is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, the good news, at least they won't take that goose egg into the locker room, maybe a little something to build on.
Yeah, it hasn't been the greatest of first halves for them, has it? But at least now, as you mentioned, they put some points on the board. And it's been funny in our experience watching games. Sometimes something as little as a field goal can change the fortunes of a team, and they could come out and look real sharp in the second half.
There's Baker Mayfield as he and the Browns offense comes back out. He's got to be feeling pretty good, playing well. Team has the lead, so just looking to mount a drive here that ends in the end zone.
And
a fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. A big play that time through the air. 33 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Higgins. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. Over the middle, complete. That's Higgins. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this 1st half.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
From the gun, Mayfield. Caught left side, it's Beckham. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Higgins. Touchdown! Rashard Higgins as the 1st half is winding down.
And the Browns would extend their lead here just before halftime.
There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Parkey adds the extra point, and the route is on here in this 1st half. That time a 6-play drive, and it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this 1st half as the kick's away.
Short kick. One of the up middle take it now.
And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive.
As they go to work with 12 seconds on the clock.
Now Newton on 1st down. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Well, their first 2 drives only yielded 3 points. They might be thinking it's time to make something happen. Push the ball downfield and try and gain some points that way. Unfortunately, incomplete.
Newton's throw there complete to Myers.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. A final shot before the break. Newton. He's going to look downfield for Henry. And incomplete on the deep ball. So we come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Browns with the lead. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in a minute, but first, let's take a spin around the NFL and see what's going on here in week number 10. We start up in the Keystone State, a couple of blue-collar cities doing battle. Detroit taking on Pittsburgh. And it's the Steelers out in front in the 2nd quarter. The Steelers trying to finish that one off and claim victory. From there, we head over to MetLife Stadium to check in on the Jets. And you can see they trail the visiting Buffalo Bills in that ball game. Cole Beasley, 2 touchdown catches on the afternoon. Finally, let's get down to Miami to see what's going on with the Dolphins. And they couldn't get the job done as they fall to the visiting Baltimore Ravens. Lamar Jackson leading the way in the victory as his guys continue to roll. They're 8-1 on the year. In the game you're watching, it's been Baker Mayfield with a strong 1st half. He's over 300 yards passing already. How high can he go? To find out, let's kick it back over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And how about this right out of the locker room, an onside kick attempt. And this is secured by the Patriots. What gutsy call there. You exit the locker room with a lead, try the onside kick, it didn't work.
And you just wonder what the gain was there. They were already in the lead. They were in control of the game. They may have given momentum now to their opponent and maybe kick-started things going in the opposite direction.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Again, it's Michel. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Well, that's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving the running back a crease to run through. And that's a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Michel. Well, the ball is out. Michel lost it. And I think the Browns got it. They did. Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at about the 32. He'll start things off with a handoff to Chubb. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Here's Mayfield. Fitzgerald on the slant. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big 3rd quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another 1st down. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down. Mayfield with it once more. That's going to be brought in by Higgins. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Rashard Higgins with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Browns are pouring it on.
You have fun with this one, partner?
I am. I mean, he's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone, this guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up.
4 touchdown passes. Carving him up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone. Parkey with the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Gunnar Olszewski bringing it out. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it now because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. They'll run with a former member of the Crimson Tide, Damian Harris. And Harris is not going to get there. Great work defensively to stop him short. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. It's taken to the 26. And running with power here.
Another miss.
Still on his feet. A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Open man is Higgins. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good, soft in spots. And there's an easy throw and catch for another first down.
6 yards left on second down. Mayfield. He completes it to Beckham. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Mayfield on play action. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Higgins, and he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the Browns continue to roll. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now, no question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football.
Yeah,
what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. Parkey adds the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Taken in at the 3. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
A play fake to Michelle, now Newton.
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Jadeveon Clowney, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues.
So now after the sack, Cam of the Patriots going to look up at a 3rd and long.
That's to his running back, Sony Michel. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. The Patriots send out their punter as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. This is brought in at the 21. Gets around him.
Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards.
And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Beckham and the Browns set to take over again. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. How many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
A run for Nick Chubb. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
72 yards rushing for him so far in this one as he nears 1,400 for the year.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
All right, Charles, we've spoken about this offense plenty, how great they've been all year. 9-0 now, into the back half of the season. Super Bowl favorites, without a doubt. I think everyone agrees on that. What do you think is the thing that most stands between them and a perfect season?
I think it's themselves.
I think it's their team, how they approach things, how they conduct themselves during the week, practicing, getting ready, and then going out and playing. Can't take your foot off the gas pedal at this stage. Doesn't matter if it's a weak team you're playing or not. Look, when I talk with one of the best golfers of all time, he told me he never played against the field. He just played against himself and his own standard.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Now they return to the ground game. Chubb, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the 3rd most in a single year. And the Browns get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Parkey with the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. So the drive there took 6 plays, and Nick Chubb the one to finish it off as he does so with a touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. Now a hit and a loose football, and this is picked up by the Browns, and he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. Andy Janovich, his 2nd touchdown on the season, and the Browns are pouring it on.
And that's got to be so disappointing for a defense. You force the fumble, think you got a chance at a turnover, and instead, not only do you give up the football, you also give up and now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Cam's throw pulled in by Aguilar. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good gain and a 1st down.
And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And it's Michel once again. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down. Now Newton. And this complete to Henry over the middle. And he will have a Patriots 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Newton. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. Completes it to Aguilar. And he will have a Patriots 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. To the air again, Newton. This complete left side to Aguilar. They'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, They don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked by the rookie Greg Newsome. And the Browns are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line.
Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. He takes this for 3 to the 29. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Now that's on the guard, Wyatt Teller. Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They run it again with Chubb. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 right at the 40. Handoff comes to Chubb. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
133 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he's going to take this down close to the 1st as he's brought down at the Patriots 16. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. The Browns on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. Mayfield on 3rd and 2. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And the Browns are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game.
And he takes this one in for a Brown score.
Kareem Hunt,
his 1st touchdown on the year.
And the Browns add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Parkey adds the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Now a pass here, caught by Hunter Henry.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on it and held on to the ball.
Here's a throw out line complete to his running back right side. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. Looking to throw again on second down. Newton complete. Hunter Henry with a grab. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Again, Newton. To Michel on the dump off. And this effort won't do it. He needed to get to the 45. He's a yard or 2 short. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
Cleveland offense making their way out, and they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. Fights him off. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Still fighting. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 182 yards rushing for him in this one as he starts to draw nearer to a 1,500-yard campaign.
Hey, watch the slant. Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing.
Chubb. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Browns, they keep on rolling 10-0 now to start the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for New England, they come back to the pack a bit as their record falls to 7-3. And they'll try to turn it around next week as they head to Atlanta for a matchup with the Falcons. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.